Hello, hello, and welcome back to the mostly undiscovered world of Melvor. I have been gone for a while, mostly just spending my time watching a billion movies at the Toronto International Film Festival, which I'll be covering in another video hopefully today. And the whole time I was away from my computer or checking it very infrequently, I have been searching, cartographying, exploring and surveying the world of Melvor, which right now is just a totally white void. At some point, the world map kind of glitched out and went pure white like this. And I was actually kind of okay with it because I thought, all right, I'll just wait until I have some free time and we'll do a video and we'll take a look at what we've found since the last time I checked. I know we have a ton of points of interest that have been discovered that I haven't researched yet. We're up to 100 hexes mastered, which gives a really, really nice bonus. I'm glad that I focused my idling time on this. And probably some dig sites too, so we'll see how that opens up archaeology for us as well. So I'm going to save and then refresh, and that should fix the map. This had happened to me a couple times before. And then we're going to see the big difference between cartography at like level 30 or 40 last time we made a video, and the big 99, which I hit when I checked it this morning. This morning or maybe last night, I don't remember. Fan art contest. Cool. Wow, that's a good prize. That's a great prize for a fan art contest. Excited to see what comes out of this. I'll try to track it and check out the winners. I think these are equivalent. Whatever. We'll load this one. Okay. We're going to see a big brand new map. 7 dig sites waiting to be discovered, 87 points of interest waiting to be discovered. I don't think we'll thoroughly read aloud all of the descriptions, unfortunately, even though I was having a lot of fun doing that. Instead, we'll kind of just go through them and see what we unlock via them. And here we are loading the map, the big reveal. Whoa. Whoa, we've gone everywhere. We're currently surveying this one, it looks like. Oh my goodness. Clouds, a mysterious island. Person, archer. And then we still have a big corner left to do, but this is cool. It's so nice. It's so beautiful. Okay, what shall we do? I guess let's just start going through all these points of interest. Let's go. Zoom. The Spider Forest. So this is a dungeon that existed. Now we can see where it exists in the world. I love it. No bonuses from this, but a pretty spooky place to be. Now we're in the Molten Peak. I think this is another dungeon. Or something similar. There's a volcano dungeon for sure. Thick plumes of acrid smoke flow up from the flanking fumaroles. I really like how these are written. Overall, I've always been impressed with the prose of this game. Like, it's something kind of so extraneous to the gameplay loop. Like, I think there's kind of the intersection of people that play like RPGs and people who really like, specifically like reading lore, and in games like Skyrim and Morrowind and other stuff, there's all sorts of like novels within the game that I think, you know, a small Venn diagram of the fan base really, really enjoys. And then I would imagine for a game like this, which is modeled off of RuneScape, where people just kind of hold space down during most dialogue, and already you're looking at a small percentile that likes the lore. Here I think it might be an even smaller percentile that's interested in lore. And yet they still go all out. They still come up with such vivid descriptions and such intricate backstories and world building stuff. I'm really impressed, and I think it's just like a very nice treat to throw in for, you know, who knows how many people that are kind of pouring it over. This latest update, I think, does a real lot to kind of make it feel more cohesive too. That it's not just kind of random places you're showing up at and killing whoever, but these are actually places that coexist in this world of Melvor. It's very neat. Okay, next. The Holy Isles. The Isle of the Sun, also known as the Holy Isles. Neat. Alright, so we got some holy dust. Enchanted medium urns. Sure. The Shimmering Oasis. Ooh, these are pretty nice amulets. Not that I need to do this anymore, but back when I was trying to get a few more Fury of the Elemental Zodiac, or whatever that super amulet is called, this would have been a nice step forward. Sure. Oh gosh, excuse me. I like here that there's like an event that happens that explains the rewards you get. You find this little chest. That's nice. The Mealite Caves. This is where those weird mushroom people are that put you to sleep. The mysterious allure of the cave beckons you to explore its depths. I don't know, it's just nice. Like, I like this sort of, I don't want to call it like purple, but it's like really relishing in like the ornate, flavorful, lyrical language that you get to really explore when you're writing a fantasy text. Yeah, spooky. Don't go in there. Ooh, a Sag Kraken. It's sad. Sag, of course, being the Twitch emote. If you're somehow living under a rock, this guy. Sad and depressing. I don't understand why the word Sag came to be, though. I guess it's just the kind of language that is used for these sorts of Pepe emotes. Anyways, maybe breaking out of the fantasy mold for a second, but it's an evocative word, Sagged. What's the matter, big guy, you quip? Did someone forget to invite you to the underwater party? Well, we didn't really handle that very well, did we? That could have been our friend. We could have cheered him up. The Restless Sanctum. Formidable stone structure, silent and resilient against the nearby sweeping desert sands. This kind of reminds me of the famous Shelley poem, Ozymandias, where, you know, you see the ancient statue weathered down to just feet, saying, "Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair." You know, and you imagine millennia ago it was standing at the forefront of a mighty empire that has now been wasted away into sands. This one, though, looks like it held up a little better. The Highlands. Flying Beasts. This is a Slayer area, I'm pretty sure. This is where you can fight the Griffin and the Pegasus, which I have done many, many times to get their weapon shard drops. The Bustling Port. So this port, I think, is one that will decrease our travel costs going forward, which is good, because we're dropping a milli or so every time we're heading on a vacation here. But it's okay. I got a lot of shmoney. Nice. I like that your character, too, is taking in the culture, chatting with people. Like, it's like alive. Like, it's not just observation, but participation, a sort of gonzo fantasy journalism. The Shrouded Bandlands, this is also a Slayer area where some real freaks come out and fight you. Sure. The malevolent, I never can pronounce this word well. The malevolent creatures prowling this land are cunning and formidable, hungrily waiting to feast upon unsuspecting prey. It has like a nice feel to it, you know? Just one of those, the type of language that when you say it out loud, you feel satisfied. Random travel event. On a tranquil day at a beach, you would choose to indulge in a refreshing swim at the beach and an island. Venturing further into the water, you spot a radiant glow beneath you. As you dive and approach the luminous object, your excitement builds. It's not just one lemon, but an entire abundance of them. We got 3 lemons. So the lemon is like a joke item in previous April Fool's events with like the scratch-off ticket skill, and I think the prototype archaeology skill Was another April Fool's Day. They gave you lemons, and then eventually you could turn the lemons into lemonade. Very cute, very fun reference to randomly get some lemons like this. I guess they couldn't actually gate unique drops or something that valuable behind this random travel event, because it's like, what if you just don't proc it and then you've like explored the entire map and you have no real reason to travel necessarily? Though I guess getting the static benefits is nice. It's kind of like, oh, you just kind of like missed out on that. So it's not, you know, something like the Slayer random event where you get the Bard, where rolling Slayer tasks is like something you do very often. You know, traveling is costly. You don't just want to like spam it. So I like that it's something irreverent. At least this one that I got. The Flowery Fields. We get some wildflower. How nice. The Toxic Swamps. We get some potions. Getting a lot of drops from these. That's exciting. The perfect habitat for serpents and other vile creatures. As unalluring as the water is, you can't help but stare into its murky depths. I'll zoom over to the Mystic Runes. Get a bunch of rune essence from this. Very nice. A little Stonehenge type place. Replaced with a sinister and ominous area. The cool thing, too, is that later in other content updates, if they want to make like a new dungeon or a new Slayer area or like something, or like, you know, even something that involves one of these other skills, they can just kind of retroactively enhance one of these points of interest to, you know, either be the gate insofar as you have to have discovered this to find the new content, or just a flavorful thing where the new content they release ties back into these areas you've discovered. I think that's like a really cool way to like enrich the world and make it more cohesive and stuff. Another type of deserty place. Outpost that appears on the horizon. Nice. Hey, for the next 10 travels. Well, that's helpful because we're doing a lot of traveling right now. I like, too, that a lot of places you go, it's, like, pleasant. The people are nice. You have a good time. You're not, like, in danger. I think that's all too rare in kind of, like, fantasy adventure stories. Is just having a good time and that kind of, like, thrill of tourism, which is plenty exciting on its own without somebody trying to rob you or stab you or whatever. I think this game does a good job in general, just sort of like balancing the pleasures of life with the adventures and terrors and stuff. I think it takes a lot of inspiration from RuneScape in that regard. RuneScape, you can have an entirely peaceful life that is meaningful and satisfying and stuff. The River Rest. Very nice, very nice. That sounds super lovely. The Perilous Ascent. Ahead of you lies a sheer cliff followed by an unfathomable abyss. Unfathomable is the perfect word for the scenario because, of course, to fathom something is to measure its depth, right? It's like sounding and not the other sounding that you might have thought of. So it's like literally unfathomable. Like you literally cannot estimate the number of fathoms it contains. Very good. All you received was even more Frostburn. Unfortunate. Oh well. The Perilous Peaks. This is also a Slayer area where you fight big dragons, as mentioned here. The Moonlit Pier. Lovely. Just a nice tranquil image. The water surface is dark and tranquil, occasionally disturbed by the ripples of passing fish. Lovely. Monuments. Boom. A new dig site. Beautiful, beautiful. We will maybe start shoveling up some stuff there when we get a chance. The Quarry, another dig site. Okay, so this one's interesting because it falls under archaeology, But it seems like what we're going to be digging up is natural resources. You know, stones and quartz is what's been promised to us. So that'll be interesting. I don't know if maybe this will come into play as materials for smithing and crafting and stuff, more so than old artifacts, which kind of just like are what they are. But that's great. Another dig site under the belt. The Misty Port. That gave us a ton of money, offsetting a couple travels at least. Very good, very good. Covert transactions, very spooky. The Pirate's Treasure Tale. So now we're up on this island here. This one is substantial. 4 specific entries stand out. In each one, the captain obsesses over certain locations. Narrow crevice on the western island. Ancient ruins porting... Oh, so... Ooh. So maybe... I don't know if this is how it's going to work, but it would be really cool if it did. That if I can figure out which hex these refer to, and then I just manually travel there, I'm going to be given some sort of reward. I don't know. We'll have to investigate that later. Ancient wreckage, which serves as a chilling testament of its ill-fated voyage toward the Northern Isles. The monolith. Banger. Always good to find you a monolith. Said to contain countless age-old secrets. A secluded hut. Charming and peaceful sight, and you wonder who might call this place home. Lovely. It evokes, I think a lot of these evoke in a way that I really like, a feeling of kind of like sonder, if you know the word sonder. It's from a dictionary of like obscure feelings, so it's kind of like a made-up word. But essentially it's a word that seeks to capture the feeling of recognizing that everyone else you see out there is living full and complete lives. That there's sort of this kind of inferred lifestyle, this ballooning of understanding the continuity and 24/7 nature of another person's life just from a glimpse on the street, just from one little snapshot of their behavior. It's a very profound feeling whenever you get it, and I think the video game that evokes it for me a lot is Final Fantasy IX. Just the way the environments are built up in Final Fantasy IX, it's like so easy. It's hard not to imagine the lifestyles of all the unseen people that occupy that world. And I think this game is really aiming for that kind of feeling as well. Imagining the lives of all the people in these different little places. The goblin stash. Hey, well, this is kind of rude. The heck? That's not mine. It's not my stuff. It's the Golbin's. I keep saying goblin. It's the Golbin stuff. Why did I take it? The Jagged Labyrinth. I think this is a dungeon that we're going to unlock by finding this, which is exciting. We'll have to check that out after. Acutely aware that a single miscalculation would lead to the ship dashed across the rocks. Scary, scary. The Treacherous North. I like this. All your life you've heard stories of the perils within the northern waters. Just that kind of world building, you know, establishing you as this character that has occupied this world and not just, you know, an abstract avatar of the omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient clicker. Instead, you are a human that has heard rumors, that has lived in this place and not seen all of it. It is not a place to dwell for now. Okay, then let's keep moving. Another port, giving us a cool millie. Very nice. The Watchful Ship. Large ship anchored in the water. Armed soldiers standing guard on its deck, watching me warily. It seems like they don't want you to come aboard. How sad. I like that the text is a little pithy and irreverent, but this is quite mysterious. What is going on? It's just the ship sitting there in the water. Strange. As I ponder this, I'm gonna check Slack message in case it's something I need to respond to immediately. In which case, our whirlwind tour. Okay, yeah, well, that's all fine. That's all fine. you know, as you travel, you have to keep up with your correspondence. Okay. Castle of Kings, an awe-inspiring site maintained impeccably for countless years. Cool, so this is like still, it's not just all old stuff we're finding. We're learning about the current society and stuff too. Ooh, we get a knight's cape and a mithril plate body. That's pretty good. I think, is the knight's cape new? Let's take a break from this and investigate our inventory a little bit. It is! This is a brand new item we got from this. It sucks. Well, of course it sucks. It actually gives you 1% damage reduction. It doesn't really suck at all. That's probably quite good for when you're expected to get this. And we got some lemons. I'm surprised I didn't have lemons in my inventory already. I love that it still has this shoddy, no transparency JPEG. And then, yeah, we got a... Oh, we got... First they become lemons, and then you turn the lemons into lemonade. Do I still have my lemonade? No, I definitely got it before. There's video proof. What happened to my lemonade? Bros, my lemonade. Okay. So we're making progress. You can see lots of these question marks turning into things. Let's now yonder over again. The Dragon Valley. Intrigue outweighs fear. Crazy. Without warning, a dragon appears. Alright, sure. We survived. The fake port! Even though it looks like a port, it definitely isn't a port. Move along. Okay. The calm before the storm. As your ship departs from the protective crags of the western island and the comfort of the mainland, you brace for the impending challenge to the northern waters. I already went to the northern waters. It's because it shows these to me in the order that I discovered them, and because I was just auto-surveying this entire time for like a week, it's bouncing me around in ways that I think are very cost inefficient, but whatever, and then also sometimes make the storyline a little out of order, but that's okay. We know we survived. The Eastern Deceitful Woods. Ooh. A classic. I love the idea of just kind of like bandits that chill out in the woods. One of the movies we watched at TIFF was like a Danish epic set in the early 1800s, where one of the major plot elements is a tribe of bandits that just chills out in the middle of a forest, and it's like, this kind of comfy. I don't know. It's kind of an absurd thing to say because their lives were filled with hardship and they were pushed into this life of crime because they were ostracized from society at large, which at the time was, in many ways, even more brutal than today. But I like hanging out in forests, so it's kind of comfy. An old mine. This is not a dig site, but I think it's right next to a dig site. More than just echoes here. A sense of hidden depth calls you from further within. A secret place in the heart of the mine that awaits discovery. Nice. Ooh, the capital city crossroads. The capital of Melvor is here. And it's all points of interest. We're going to spend a little bit of time here, I guess. Hefty reward of 1 million gold celebrating your revival in this mesmerizing place. I guess I'm a pretty big deal, right? I killed, like, a bunch of gods. Not just one god, but each god hundreds of times. Well, 1 million gold is kind of a pittance, if they consider that a favor at all. Ooh, another random travel event. Jovial trading ship in search of your unique treasure. Seem intrigued by your golden globulin statues. Okay. First off, do I have these? I don't know if I have such a thing. And I will sell them? I don't know if I want to sell them if I have them. Anyways, we find the Cursed Island. It just looks like water. Scary. I like the idea of Mirage Islands. Of course, there's a very famous one in Pokemon, which is just inexplicably one of the rarest events in all of Pokemon. much rarer than a shiny Pokemon, up there in rarity with winning the Master Ball from the lottery. And it's just so strange because it's like an entire location in the game that the overwhelming majority of players, like, it's like so few players would even know to look for it, and then even fewer, much fewer of them will ever get the chance to see it. So it's like, why'd they do it? What is the point? It's so weird. Anyways, Mirage Islands. They're sweet. The Wanderer's Gift. Ah, so this is a little hint that wearing the gold topaz ring is what allows you to find the signet rings, which are, you know, one of the best items in the entire game for skilling is the signet ring. Probably the best item in the entire game still for skilling, as far as I know. I guess besides the max cape. But anyways, I digress. There's all sorts of little hints that you should wear the gold topaz ring just for a long time and see if something will happen. So this is like a nice little bonus reinforcement. The New Horizon. Ah. How lovely. What a evocative. Makes you just want to set out on adventure. A mucky cave. Much less an evocative wants me to set out on adventure type image. Nice, nice. Stoneworkers. This is the dig site next to the old mine that we were thinking about. So it's interesting. The dig site isn't the mine. We have mining for that. And we already have a quarry. But instead we're investigating the miners. We're investigating this old workshop by the mine. Neat. The Cityscape Bridge. This is heading into the capital. Beautiful. The capital city's knights. Yeah, recognizing who you are. I'm a big deal. I've killed so many gods. We got another millie. Capital City Square. Your achievements. Killing God. What more can I say? The Lone Huntress. Ah, this was something we saw before, just kind of scrolling around. Even if she doesn't seem to share your enthusiasm. She's bored. She is not interested in your weird adventures. She's got other stuff that she needs to care about. The Eris Dungeon Ruins. Ah, so this is the Eris God Dungeon. This is one of those gods that I kept killing. Very cool. It's interesting that it's in ruins. I guess because I killed the god. No, I don't know. It's like from time immemorial, I'd say these sorts of things were there. And then yet, you know, the dangers within them still lurk, and that's my job. The Northern Cove. The empty northern waters. Who knows what could be out there? The Sunset Fishing Point. Hey, will this unlock a new fishing spot for me? Maybe, maybe. I don't know. I think something was to unlock a new fishing spot for me and a new forestry spot too. But this just has salmon. I could have caught salmon a long time ago. I mean, salmon is delicious, but you know. Bandit Hideout. This is another Slayer area, I think. We go kill a ton of bandits. Ah, these are the bandits that live in the woods. This is their hideout. Nice, nice, nice. Sure. One door, trap house. They know what's up. Pratt's Bridge. Ah, Pratt of archery and stuff. Pratt's Cape. Sure, sure. The arch is so exaggerated and whimsical it could have been pulled out of a storyboard. So I know Pratt is one of the developers. I think he's like the #2 developer after Melks. And I wonder if Pratt drew this bridge for the map and now is being robustly mocked, because it's true, it doesn't really make sense for a bridge to look like that. You would fall down it over and over again. Now we're in the alleyways. Ah, stage performance. Cool. Another millie. Nice, nice. Get a little break in Willowshire. A lovely little town with huge barrels. We love to see it. Unhallowed Wasteland is another Slayer area. Yeah, this huge skeletal dragon. I don't need to beat a hasty retreat. I can take those things in my sleep. But that's a good reward. 1.5 million Slayer coins. Another dig site, a cathedral. We can find some kind of holy artifacts. Long forgotten. Good, good. We'll have to check out these dig sites after all this. Ooh, this is like right at the western peak. Yeah, this is at the edge of the world. Let's head to the next one. The Beacon Port, right next door. Very convenient. The Coral Bounty. Ah, very nice. Some good stuff here. Sure, sure. Doing a little scuba-ing. The Shadowed Port, another port, a very cheap port. My other ports were giving me 1 million each, but you know, that's how it is. I guess this is the port the bandits use. Okay. To smuggle their wares. The Flickering Fire Camp. Eerie stillness in the air. Intriguing. And again, something that they could come back to later. Like, not only are we getting lore and discovery and stuff, this is also seeding so many mysteries for us. The Friendly Port. There we go. They know how to treat me right. 1 milli. Nothing less. The Hunt for Gilded Goblins. Ah. The Golden Globin statue is coming back. This is like a little sub-narrative, I guess, of this. Lost in a confrontation with pirates. So again, we might be seeing this out of order. Maybe the random travel event was supposed to, or is most likely to happen after a point of interest that comes after this that gives us such statues. But I don't know. More coral, more scuba-ing. It looks like we've got a coral dig site, which is really exciting. Even see a small shark. I've been reading Grand Blue, the quote-unquote diving manga, which of course is, if you know anything about it, you know, diving is a sub-theme at best to drinking. A very silly, over-the-top partying manga. But whenever they depict actual diving, it's so beautiful. There's so many wonderful things to see. Random travel event. Yeah, my lemon fetish. Let's have a lemon party. Y'all remember lemon party? Give me that lemon. And we got the coral wreckage dig site. Awesome. This is such a great idea for a dig site. That's so evocative. Old shipwrecks covered in coral. The glacial expanse. Bring your coat tighter as you continue to trudge forward. Rosedale, another nice little town that gives us a little travel bonus. I love to see it. The Port of Nations, a testament to civilization featuring imposing structures and robust fortifications. Nice, another milli in the bank. Capital City Lighthouse. Wonderful, wonderful. Huge travel cost here. We're going to ping pong across this entire world. Zoom. Ah, the Terran Dungeon Ruins. It's just a big tree. Sure. The Abandoned Temple. So this is, of course, the temple praying to Terra. The Ominous Port. Ominous, but generous. The Penguin Bay. Ah, adorable. That should give me a penguin pet right now, on the spot. Give me a penguin. Come on. I love penguins. They're so cute. The Frosty Haven. Sight a cabin in the distance and trudge towards it, hoping to seek refuge in the relentless blizzard. Which might be where we go next. Nope, we go to the Fisherman's Enclave. A point on the island, a shoreline rich with marine life. Okay, so maybe again will this open a fishing spot? We'll find out shortly. I think shortly. I don't know how many points of interest I have left. There's so many. It's so rich with this stuff. It's great. Alright. The ritual site, another dig site. Very exciting. This one will give us all sorts of spooky stuff, I'm sure. The ill-fated vessel. Nice, nice. Another pier, another millie. Very good. Ah, the Glacia City ruins, so we're getting close to the Glacia dungeon. Towering pillars striking in their stature flank the pathway leading to the structure. Good, good. Ragnar dungeon ruins. Of course, it's by like a big volcano. The pushy sailor. The more irritating their voices become. Yeah, just leave them alone. The tranquil open waters. Nice, nice. I started hearing the Wind Waker music in my ears. The fisherman's bounty. Bunch of swordfish. Nice. I know swordfish are like a agility course building requirement. So that's nice for several reasons. Frostbite Bluff. What could lie ahead? Probably more ice and snow. The Vibrant Port, another cheap port, but that's okay. Sounds very lovely, very pretty. The Outer Regions. Ooh. So this is another wall. But of course, you know, the Volarans. This is, these are the people that we have our best in slot armor for. So this kind of hints that this is a very strange, powerful land that, you know, all of the technology of Melvor can barely make a dent in. That if I was to pass these impassable mountains, at least they're friendly, but, you know, there could be ancient powers currently unfathomable. I like the who that it's our grandfather's travels. That's a nice little bit of character building, that our grandfather was also an adventurer. Very nice. 2 milli port. Finally vanishing behind it. Curtain of cascading snowflakes. The multicultural port. Hey! Yeah, I think there will be map 2 eventually. I think that's something they're really strongly hinting at, which is really exciting. One that maybe is like an end game map where you have to be very skilled in a lot of categories and stuff before you even have access, and then all of the rewards and stuff are like end game scaled. I think is something they're very much hinting at here. And we got 5 milli from this. The sand-covered treasure. Whoa, that's nice. I don't know if I'd drink these if they were just sitting in a chest for that long, but I don't know. How damaging could they be? Okay. The corner of disappointment. It's just nothing. It's just nothing. Well, I have traveled all the way to the corner of disappointment, and I must say, I am disappointed. I think that's very close to it, isn't it? What are we surveying right now? Are we surveying anything? What are we doing right now? This is where we are. I guess because we've been moving around so much, it's screwing up my surveying actions. Okay, well, I think there are very few points of interest remaining. The shrouded horizon, vast blanket of fog. The friendly fisherman. Hey, manta rays, not bad. And it's even cooked, so we can eat it right away. I'm getting hungry too, IRL. Secret glacial hoard. This is a great haul. Wow. A petite chest brimming with shimmering jewels and glistening gold coins. Elation surges within you as you recognize the value of the treasure, amounting to a sizable fortune. Sizable to who? The sea noodle. Aww. There's a big she dragon. This noodle is nothing to trifle with. All right, and that's it. We have caught up on all of our points of interest. Okay, so the next things I want to check out. The different modifiers from static ones we can go to. Like, these are pretty sweet, and, you know, they're all kind of specific, so it's not just like there's one that's straight up better, but we just gotta be considerate with what other stuff we're doing. Like, this is pretty good. Plus 5% max hit? That's huge. Okay. Not so exciting. That's not bad, although I've got better things with, like, bleed. This is pretty sweet. Those add up. So I think instead of going to one of these right now, because I just want to finish off cartography before we do anything else. Minus 100 per... Huh. Interesting, interesting. That is, for very specific grinds, that will be very, very useful. Yeah, so I don't think we need to... Also, wow, it's so exciting to see the big, big paths when we go, like, across the map using the ports and stuff. That's neat. I don't think, yeah, we're going to go to any of these places right now. Instead, we're going to keep surveying stuff. We'll do auto survey here. And then let's check out our dig sites. We have a lot of them. It's like, I kind of want to refine them to max so we can get the best odds when I actually start spending the time on archaeology. So I think maybe for now we just chill and we don't do archaeology yet. I don't know, they're like pretty exciting. I think I'm gonna finish off cartography first. And I do have to do a lot more AFKing in the near future. So, like, getting up to here would be very nice. Once we get the whole world map discovered, we'll be able to start mastering old hexes. You know what we can get? I just thought of this. We can get the cartography skill cape. And this will be good. Actually, that's like not that useful right now because it's just for dig site stuff and not actually just surveying. Is there other stuff we can get now? This is all archaeology. This is... Oh! Ooh! But I gotta... Like, this is really useful. Okay, we can get this now. That's great. We haven't found this yet. These are like things we gotta find in archaeology. Cursed logs. Have we found... We have! We can cut cursed logs. That's fantastic. We can also cut unholy trees. That's huge. That's huge. I'm going to do this ASAP. And then pure crystal, we can mine. And then refine, I believe in crafting. Yeah, refined pure crystal. We also need crystallized dragon fragments. Wait, where do we get that? That's like a combat drop, probably. Oh boy, now we're all over the map. Crystalline behemoth. Gotta find that in archaeology. Crystalline dragon shard. Still haven't found the stone tablet. I guess maybe I should prioritize that. This we found, but that's not what we're looking for. These are all things we found, but... Okay, well maybe I can't do this right now. Because I need crystallized dragon shards. But this is like a pretty good upgrade. -2% interval. how do we get crystallized dragon shards? It sounds so much like a combat drop. So it could be in one of these. Which means that it all comes down to crystal binding dust. It all comes down to finding this stone tablet. It now kind of feels like a priority to me. So maybe we will shift gears. Where could this stone tablet be? Monument seems plausible. Quarry seems plausible. Glacia City Ruins seems plausible. But the dungeon you unlock is like pretty low level. Highest combat level monster 229. We can look inside the golem chest. A lot of new stuff, but it'll probably be in one of these dungeons that we see the thing that drops the dragon crystal shard. It's just so much stuff I don't know. Okay, we can stop cutting these for now. Screw it. I still gotta AFK for a while. I'll do this for now. I'll just keep journeying for now. And I don't know. Many, many mysteries left. Chains of mysteries. Right now, to get this upgrade, we gotta find the crystallized dragon shards. We don't know where to get them. I assume it's a combat drop. I don't know how to unlock that combat area. We need the stone tablet to unlock a bunch of combat areas. We know that, but we don't know where to get that. So I think for now I'm gonna just keep journeying. And the rest, we'll figure it out when we figure it out. Okay, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Melvor world map. I had a lot of fun kind of just getting into why I really like the pros and the ideas and stuff. I hope it was entertaining for you. And the next update will be, I don't know when. When I'm back from, I'm going to like a work conference in the end of this week. I'm giving a talk, which is exciting. Wish me luck on speaking in front of a big tech conference. But then, yeah, maybe when I get back, we'll check in. Okay, bye-bye.